Today, Peter's going to tell us a little bit about PowerPoint and PowerPoint presentations and how they can be a little bit overkill sometimes, or how to be have death by PowerPoint, if you will.
Yeah, that's an actual term, death by PowerPoint, because it does just that. It puts people, if it doesn't kill them, it puts them to sleep. And let me ask you, have you ever been to a presentation where someone just turns their back on you and starts reading?
It is the worst.
It's terrible, right?
It's the worst.
Look at all the things that happen there. One, their inflection is gone because they're reading. They're not just speaking to you.
Yep.
So that becomes monotone and boring. You lose your audience. The audience can read more quickly than you can. So they're at the bottom of a slide going, just flip the slide so I can get to the next one, and the speaker's only halfway through. And it is insulting to the audience because what happens is many of us say, I'm not really prepared, so I'm going to read off the slides. And they put all this text up there, which shouldn't be up there. And then they just read. And that is an insult because what you're saying is, I didn't take time to prepare for you.
Right.
You took your time, if not your time and money, to come here. I didn't take time to prep for you. And that's absolutely disrespectful to the audience.
You know, what are some ways that you would tell a presenter to improve their PowerPoint?
One is take the text off the slide.
Sure.
Slides really should be illustrations of what you're saying, not words to read. It becomes a poor man's teleprompter at that point. Problem is, we're all looking at the teleprompter. No one's looking at the speaker.
So you would say, general rule of thumb, you're making a PowerPoint presentation. It could be a small group, large group. Focus less on the text, more on the imagery, the symbolism behind what you're actually going to be talking about, and then prepare what you're actually going to say so you're not reading off of some slide.
Only if you want to engage the audience.
Is that what
only if you want something to happen.
I mean, that might be important to you. I mean, I don't know.
Exactly, and that's the way it should be done. It's not all these things that Microsoft puts in there, because that's just them saying, oh, I'm doing this because I can, or just having it laden with so many words.
Yeah.
My thought is, if you have more than 3 words on a slide, you better rethink it.
So you're of the opinion that you should be preparing your notes about what you're going to say, and then just having the presentation behind you just kind of supplement that.
That's all it does. It supports what you're saying. It becomes, every once in a while, it doesn't have to be with every single point what you're trying to get across. You don't have to have a slide. I'll give you an example. I give a presentation that's 40 minutes long. I have 2 slides.
Let's see.
And in between those 2 slides, one comes at the beginning, one comes almost at the end. They go black.
Yep.
It's not leaving a slide up there forever. It just goes black, because if you're talking about apples, you have a slide of an apple. Then you talk about oranges, and you don't have a slide of an orange, so you keep the apple up there. Mm-hmm. It makes no sense.
Right.
So it just goes black. And then later on, so 40 minutes, 2 slides. It could be 40 minutes, 40 slides, if it's relevant.
Right.
And if it helps. You might be the center attraction, but it's all about the audience.
Right.
And when we have PowerPoint in the way we were just discussing it, with all those words, and becomes a teleprompter for us because we didn't prep, then it's totally about us.
Right.
We're not thinking about the audience experience, and it's all about the audience. You create your presentation, the actual message that you want to deliver to the audience, before you ever start on slides. Most of us do, what slides do I have available, and that's the presentation I'm going to give. Wrong way to do it. You create the message that's going to engage and inspire the audience, and then you develop slides that'll help you do that.